obviously a good game for us. Played well on both sides of the ball. Was excited about, I think, no turnovers. And forcing turnovers on the other side of the ball. We had challenged our team to be physical this week and play hard and play fast. And I was proud of them. I thought that offensively we were very physical. I thought we blocked extremely physical. And I thought offensively, or defensively, when we gave up some plays, we hit and made some big hits. So it was a good game for us. It's nice to be out there in front of that crowd. I don't know how many people are there, but it sure looks like a lot. I'm sure they'll post a number of like 32,000 or something. Try to sell more tickets. But 52,463. Yeah, the record good. That's great. So we really appreciate the students. I noticed there was a lot of students over there. The students are the key for us in the future. We have to get our students to be at every home game, and then we'll have 60,000 people in there. So we were very excited about that. I thought it was very loud. I thought the fan support was tremendous. I know our players talked about it in the locker room after the game, that they really felt like that it was loud and orange, and it was a big-time stadium. So again, as a graduate and an ex-player, it just makes me proud, much less being the head coach, to have a stadium like that, be in front of people and have them all excited. So we're really, really excited about that. I think the challenge now is to break the record next week. They set one tonight. I think the challenge to the Oklahoma State people, the students, and the fans is to break the record again next week.
Mike, your quarterback probably had better days statistically, but I don't know if he's had a better day in terms of effectiveness. Talk about Zach tonight.
Let's see, 16, 21, 254, 3 touches. All right, now you're throwing me a curveball. That's pretty good statistics. He got lucky on one pass. He was fatigued and threw a poor ball, and Dez came back and made him look good. But Zach operated well, is what you're referring to. He did a nice job of handling the offense. He ran the ball. He had 39 yards rushing. He needs to run the football better. He's elusive, and he can make some plays running the football. We knew this team had a lot of speed on defense, and we felt like that we had to wear them down. They ran side to side really well the week before. And we felt like that if we could get the ball on the perimeter enough and force them to run sideways, that we could wear them down. And he operated really well tonight.
Do you need him to run the ball much when you got Hunter and Toaston doing what they're doing?
Yes, he does. He needs to run well. It gives us another dimension. As you know, you pitch off the extra guy and you get numbers. Very seldom in offensive football now do you have numbers, except when you run option. A lot of times, if you just run base running plays, your tailback's going to have to make somebody miss. So it gives you numbers.
Mike, can you address
with Dez tonight? How good has it been in your opinion through 4 games?
But just from at 6 for 118, statistically it was average. I mean, good for a wideout, but he was pretty good. He made some really big catches on third down, made some big plays, came back and made a big play on that one ball. And Dez has continued to play better, even when the ball's not in his hands. He had a nice crack block on Toaston's score down here going into the west end zone on the south side. So he continues to play well. Dez is a lot of fun to work with. You never know what you're going to get every day in practice, and then he really enjoys playing football. I mean, I think everybody that enjoys watching football and has been around it a while should have a lot of respect for him, because he likes to play the game. He wants to compete. He'll hit. He'll do whatever it takes. It's just enjoyable to be around a guy like that.
Talk about your favorite punt. Times 2.
Yeah, it worked out good. Fodge should have made the rushing list here. Kevin, right?
Pretty good list, though. It's a pretty good list tonight.
What's the deal here?
He goes a little further down.
I don't know, how long was the run? 16, really nice. A good play on his part. Coach Looper is our punt coach, and Coach DeForest is our special team coach, and they did a really nice job on that and had a good play.
Mike, can you address the significance of holding them to a field goal at the end of the first half and then going down and getting a touchdown?
A really big emotional swing. That stop, and then it's kind of a downer when he drilled it from 50. How far was it? 47. It would have been good from 60. He really kicked it. I was surprised, and he really drilled it. And then, you go into that debate as a coach. Okay, you're up by how many points? Do you run the ball and try to hit a draw or a screen, or do you just go ahead and attack? And our players want to go ahead and attack, so we just went ahead and stayed with our game plan.
Talk about that 99-yard drive, too. You guys didn't throw the ball once there to start the second half. Was that by design?
No, I didn't know that till you told me. Kendall and Keith and Bo have been very effective for us in running the football. And we're able to keep those guys fresh. And again, we thought we could wear them down, just depending on how the game went. We wanted to play fast. We had 83 snaps, which is good. And so we just like those guys running the ball. The defensive competition will get tougher as we go throughout the year. And so we just have to keep everybody healthy and stay with the plan.
Mike, you've said over the last few years, you'd like to be able to run the football effectively when the other team knows you're going to be running the ball at them. In 3 or 4 games, are you showing signs that you can do that effectively?
Well, we have up to this point, and again, let me say that the teams get better. We're more speed, more physical, more depth as the season goes on. I thought our offensive line did a nice job. I think that middle third, early fourth quarter, I felt like they knew we were going to run the ball. They were starting to load the box, drop the safeties down, and our linemen covered their guys up, and we asked Kendall and Keith to make a guy miss, and that's what they did. And I think just me personally, and I think our offensive staff would agree that we feel like you have to be able to run the ball when people know you're going to run it in order to seal games. It hasn't always worked out that way, but we think it's very important.
Mike, it looked like Pettigrew looked pretty good in the warm-ups, but didn't play. Can you just talk about Pettigrew, where he's at right now?
Pettigrew's on a day-to-day. We thought he would play some. Didn't really feel good, so we didn't play him. Hopefully we'll have him back at practice Monday or Tuesday.
What about Mosley and Yeoman filling in?
I thought the guys did a nice job, for freshmen. 2 freshmen in there playing. One of them obviously a true freshman. And Mosley had another chance to score. He just refuses to catch the ball and score. But I was proud of those guys. And on a note, I thought that Doug Meacham, who coaches him, did a tremendous job this week in preparing those guys and getting ready to play in the game. It's not easy to get a freshman ready to play in a big game. And he had a good plan for what he thought they could do in the throwing game and in the running game. And we just kind of worked it in the game plan and said, this is what we're going to do if Pettigrew doesn't play. And I thought he did a nice job of instilling that information in him and preparing him. And I thought that the players executed well under pressure.
They mentioned about the turnovers getting them on defense. How big is that going into conference right now?
Well, we all know that if you turn the ball over, you lessen your chances of winning. If you gain turnovers, you upgrade, and then you have to play good on special teams. I just think that it's always going to be that way. Offenses have changed in the last few years, but still, if you turn the ball over, you take yourself out of games. You'll see it every Saturday and or every Sunday.
I thought you guys were going to crack the top 25 tomorrow. Is that just kind of another step?
Well, I guess so. I mean, I don't want to downplay anything and just give you coaches talk. I think that our players would enjoy that. I know myself, our coaching staff would come to work early and do the same thing that we've done. I'm sure the fans will enjoy that, and I'm proud of our team for accomplishing that goal. But we'll have a task at hand next Saturday, and whether we're ranked in the top 25 or not, those guys will come in here ready to play. So we just have to focus on what we have this week, and I think that you're only as good as the next game. And players need to enjoy tonight, coaches need to enjoy tonight, but after that, you better get ready to play next week.
Would you be disappointed if you didn't crack the top 25?
For me, no. I mean, if somebody is really excited about it, I guess they could be. But I think ultimately, you hear coaches say this, and I have a tendency to agree that you're going to get to play them all. And if you continue to play well and work hard and stay focused and win enough of them, you'll eventually break it in there, and you'll be where you want to be at the end of the season. So we just have to keep pushing forward. I just want to say again, I thought I talked a little bit about Coach Meacham, but I thought our defensive coaches did a great job this year in getting a feel for what happened last year and making adjustments with our scheme and how we wanted to play their offensive style. And I thought that they had a good plan. They got some yards, but again, when you play as fast as they do and we play as fast as we do, and you have 155 total plays, there's going to be some yards in the game. I'm sure Coach Beck and the defensive players would say that they want to play better and they want to slow them down more, but I thought that our defensive staff had a good plan, and and I thought our players executed it. We didn't give up very many big plays, and I don't watch a lot of the game, but did we have any big plays that they give up? I'm talking about yardage, big chunks of yardage, maybe 2 or 3. So I know I heard the defensive staff say earlier in the week that was part of their plan. Thanks, Coach.
Good.
All right, guys.